Before we dive in, I need to ask you for something really quick. If this video helps you today, if something I say clicks for you or makes you see things differently, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I am working so hard to reach 10,000 subscribers, and your support means absolutely everything to me. It helps me keep making these videos for you, and it tells me that what I am sharing is actually making a difference in your life. So if you are getting value from this, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Okay, now let me tell you about something that I know has happened to you before, and I want to help you understand what is really going on. You walk up to her feeling a bit of nervous energy in your chest. You try to say something funny, and she laughs. You think to yourself that this is a good start, but then suddenly everything just stops. It is like the air leaves the room. You ask her a simple question, and she gives you a very short answer. You try to look at it from another side, but again, she only says a few words. You tell another joke, hoping to see that smile again. She smiles politely, but you can feel that her energy has not changed at all. You feel like you are doing every single thing you were taught to do. You are trying to be a fun person to talk to. You are being friendly and warm. You are asking the kinds of questions that usually get people talking, but for some reason, she just will not move an inch. She is not being mean to you. She is not turning around and just standing there, and she is giving you absolutely nothing to work with. It feels like trying to light a fire with wet wood. If you have ever worked really hard to keep a conversation going and felt like you were getting nothing back from the woman you were talking to, I want you to know that I understand how that feels. If you have ever felt like you were following all the rules, but she just would not open up to you, you are not alone. If you have ever walked away from a moment like that and wondered what on earth you were supposed to do to make her feel a spark, then this talk is exactly what you need. I am going to explain to you what is really going on in those quiet, awkward moments. I am going to tell you why all the extra effort you're putting in is actually making things harder, and I will show you exactly how to turn that whole situation around. From now on, I am going to be like a big sister or a close friend to you. I want to tell you what women truly want deep down, which is often very different from what they might say out loud. I also want to share the best ways to connect with any woman you really like. So make sure you stay close and keep listening so you never miss out on these helpful tips. Let me share a story with you from an email I got from a friend I am helping this week. I am almost certain this will sound like something you have been through before. He told me that he saw a very pretty woman and went up to talk to her. He asked if she was the person from one of his classes last year, and she laughed. But after that laugh, everything just went downhill. He asked a question, and she gave a brief answer. He asked another, and it was the same thing. Then, she told him she was in a bit of a rush, which was her way of leaving. He said goodbye and let her go. Then, he asked me where he messed up and what he could do better next time. Now, here's what most guys think when this happens. They think they just need better things to say. They think if they can just find the perfect question or the funniest joke, she will finally start talking. But that is not quite right. Here is the hard truth that is sometimes tough to hear. She was not actually feeling a spark of attraction, not even at the very start. When she laughed at first, she was just being nice. She thought you seemed like a nice person who would not hurt anyone, so she was being polite. That laugh was not a sign that she was interested in a romantic way. You did not have her interest and then lose it. You never really had that romantic interest to begin with. Every question you asked and every joke you told after that was being said to a woman who had already decided she was not looking for anything more. You were not building a connection. You were just making her more sure about her choice to stay closed off. This is where a lot of guys get confused. They think they are stuck in the friend zone, but that is not it. You are not her friend. She does not see you that way yet. She sees you as the person who is not picking up on the quiet signal she is sending. It is not the friend zone. It is the I am not interested zone. But I have some good news for you. You can change this. You just have to change how you are acting. Before I show you the way, I have to explain why the old way fails. If you do not see the mistake, you will just keep making it. Here's what is happening. When a woman is not giving you much back, your heart tells you to try harder. You think you should be funnier, ask even better questions, or talk more to fill up those quiet silences. You think if you just keep going, you will eventually break through that wall. That feeling to try harder is actually wrong. It makes things worse. Put yourself in her shoes for a minute. She is already not feeling a connection. Now you are leaning in more and trying much harder. What does that say to her? It tells her that you are really worried about making this work. It tells her you might not have many other people to talk to. It makes it seem like her being quiet is the best you can get, so you are holding on tight. Or it makes her think you are just not aware of how she is feeling, and that really kills any chance of attraction. There is another thing too. The more you push someone, the more they want to pull away. It is just how we are as humans. If someone tries too hard to convince you of something, you naturally want to say no. Think about when a friend tells you that you just have to watch a certain show. They say it is the best thing ever, and you will love it. When they push that hard, a part of you does not even want to watch it anymore just because they were so intense about it. That is what you are doing to her. Every time you try to keep the talk going when it is dying, she wants to leave even more. We also value things that are not always easy to get. Right now, you are being very easy to get. You are always there, always trying, and always available. There is no mystery or little challenge for her. There is nothing for her to wonder about. So how do you change the game? You do the exact opposite of what your gut says. Instead of trying harder, you pull back. Instead of filling the quiet spots, you leave the conversation. Instead of trying to finish the talk perfectly, you leave it unfinished. Let me tell you what I told my friend to do. I said that next time you see her, just say hey and ask how her weekend was. Listen to her for a second, say that sounds nice, and then just walk away. That is it. The whole thing should take maybe 30 seconds. He thought I was being silly. He asked how that could possibly help. Well, here is why. Right now, he is the guy who will not leave her alone. He is the guy who tries to have long talks she does not want. But if he does what I said, he becomes someone new. Now he is the guy who stopped by, said something nice, and left before she even had a chance to get bored. That is the secret. You have to leave before she wants you to go. When you are the one to end things early, something very interesting happens in her mind. She's left with a feeling that the story is not finished yet. Our brains do not like things that feel unfinished. We think about them over and over. It is why you think about a story that ends with a big question mark. It is why an argument you did not finish keeps you awake at night. When you leave her hanging just a little bit, she will actually think about you more than if you had stayed for 20 minutes trying to be impressive. So, here is what the new plan looks like. The first time you see her, you just say a quick hello and ask how she is. She answers, you say, cool, and see you later, and you walk away. 30 seconds and you are done. A few days later, you see her again. You ask a quick question about a test or work. You have a tiny chat, and you are the one to end it first. The third time, maybe the talk is a little longer. You tell a quick joke, but you still leave first. Do you see what is happening here? You are teaching her something. You are going from being the guy who cannot take a hint to being the fun guy who pops in but does not stay too long. You show her you have other things to do and other places to be. You're not chasing her anymore. You are just a part of her world who is friendly and fun, but does not need anything from her. That shift is where the magic starts. She will start to wonder why you are not trying so hard anymore. She might wonder if you found someone else, or if you just do not like her as much. That curiosity is what starts to build real attraction. Let me walk you through what happens in her head. At first, she will just be happy you are not pushing so hard. This is normal, so do not worry. It does not mean you failed. After a few short happy talks where you leave first, she thinks that you are different now. You are actually quite nice to be around because you do not trap her in long talks. She starts to feel good when she sees you instead of feeling like she needs to run away. Then comes the curiosity. This is the big one. She starts thinking about you. She wonders why you changed. Her brain wants to solve the puzzle of you, and to do that, she has to think about you a lot. Then she starts to put in her own effort. She might keep the talk going when you try to leave. She might come over to talk to you first. And the funny thing is, when she starts trying, her brain tells her that she must like you. We like people more when we are the ones putting in the work. Her effort is what creates her attraction to you. Now, let us look at this in real life. Imagine you see her at a coffee shop. The old you would have tried to stay and talk as long as possible, hoping to get her number. The new you just smiles, says, "Hey there," and keeps walking to get your drink. You might wave when you leave, but that is it. It is quick, it is nice, and it shows you do not need her. What if she sends you a text message after a long time? The old you would text back in 1 second. The new you takes his time. You keep it short, and you do not act like her text is the best thing that happened all week. What if you are at a party? The old you would follow her around all night. The new you says hi, has a fun 1-minute chat, says, "Great seeing you," and goes to talk to other people. You let her see you having a wonderful time with everyone else. You let her see you laughing and being happy. The rule is always the same. Be there, but do not chase. Be a part of her world, be friendly, and be fun, but do not try to get something from her. When you stop acting like you need her, everything changes. Part of not being needy is actually liking the person you see in the mirror. When you take care of yourself, you show that you value yourself. When you look good, you feel much more sure of yourself. And when you feel good, you act differently. I have to give you a little warning. Sometimes guys hear this and go too far. They stop being nice and start being cold or mean. They act like she does not even exist. Do not do that. That is just being unkind. The goal is not to be mean. The goal is to be a warm, happy person who just does not need anyone else to make him happy. Think of yourself like the sun in the sky. The sun is warm and it shines on everyone. It does not chase people to make them feel the warmth. It just sits there being bright and wonderful. People go toward the sun because it feels good. That is how you should be. If she walks by, be friendly. If she talks to you, be fun. But do not show her that you need her to like you. This will take some time. You will not change her mind in just one day. It might take weeks of these short, happy moments, but these skills will help you with everyone you meet, not just her. Learning to be okay on your own and learning to leave early will change your whole life. Even if things do not work out with this one girl, you still win because you are becoming a man that people naturally want to be around. I want to leave you with one very important thought. The reason most guys get stuck is not because they do not know the right tricks. It is about how they see themselves. Deep down, you might believe that if you just try hard enough, you can prove you are worth something. But that belief is the problem. Every time you try too hard, you are telling her that you do not think you are enough as you are. The most attractive men believe that they are great just the way they are. They know they have a lot to offer. If one person does not see it, they know many others will. Their lives are great, no matter what. They are not mean or full of themselves. They are just happy and secure. Women can feel that difference very quickly. She knows if you are looking for her to tell you that you are okay. So, please use what I taught you. Pull back a little, leave early, and be a fun mystery. But also, work on liking yourself. When you truly believe you are a great person, you will not even need to think about these steps. The right energy will just come out of you naturally. What if the problem is that you are being too nice? Not the good kind of nice that people love, but the kind of nice that makes you seem safe and a bit boring instead of exciting. The kind of nice that makes people think of you as a brother instead of a romantic partner. If this talk helped you see things in a new way, I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and listening all the way to the end. And please, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button to help me reach 10,000 subscribers. Your support keeps me going and helps me create more content like this for you. I truly care about your journey, and I want to see you succeed. I will be back to talk with you again very soon. Until then, remember that you are enough just as you are. Take a deep breath, be the sun, and let your own light shine without needing anyone else to tell you it is bright. You have everything you need inside you to be the kind of man who is both kind and strong. I am proud of you for taking the time to learn and grow. It takes a lot of heart to look at yourself and try to be better. Keep going, keep being friendly, and remember that the best things usually happen when we stop forcing them and just let them be.